Stretch. Aisle or window? Okay, it depends on the length of the flight for me. If I'm traveling by myself, I mean, obviously, if you're traveling with someone else, then you want both. You want to sit together. And if I'm traveling with someone else, I prefer... Well, it depends how well I know them. If I know them well enough that I don't mind asking them to get up multiple times, then I want the window. If I don't know them that well, then usually I would just let them decide. But in general, I prefer the window. But if I'm traveling alone and it's a long flight and I know I'm gonna have to get up and go to the bathroom multiple times, I'm gonna use the aisle. Because I can't hold it the whole flight. Some people can, I can't. I can't do it. So, I don't know. And then I have anxiety. So I'm like, if the person next to me falls asleep and I have to go, then I'm gonna be in trouble, right? I'm gonna be in trouble. I don't want to wake them up and I don't want to like awkwardly climb over them. So at that point, it's better to just have the aisle. Just shake them awake. That's like the nightmare situation, right? And especially if it's a long flight, the chances of that happening go up because they probably are going to sleep. And I can't sleep on planes, so I'm not going to be able to sleep. And I don't know. I don't want to get dehydrated on a plane. That's no good for me. It's very easy to get dehydrated. So I always make sure that I'm drinking water the whole flight. Because otherwise, that's how you end up feeling really sick after your 9-hour, 10-hour flight. You're next to me drinking 4 liters of water. That is me. I get like the 2 big bottles of smart water and drink those. I don't know. I don't want to get dehydrated. I be too much water. No, there's no such thing. Water is healthy. Speaking of, I should drink water right now. For $30, yeah, basically. You spend $30 at the airport on bottled water. And then you don't even finish the first one. But it's about the peace of mind, right? I mean, I know they'll give you water for free on the airplane, but that's like another thing. I don't want to have to call the flight attendant over because they only give you like a tiny cup of water, right? They barely give you any for free. They give you like 3 sips of water. And I don't want to have to be like, excuse me, Miss Flight Attendant, may I have 3 more sips of water? This is what it's like to have anxiety. Troubles of an introvert. I know. Sometimes you just have to like take the L and be like, okay, I'm gonna spend $30 on water bottles to alleviate the anxiety a little bit. It's so real. It is. Whenever I take a long flight, I feel like I am like a toddler in daycare. I don't know if anybody else feels like this. That's like the experience that I have whenever I take a long flight. I feel like I'm a toddler, and the plane is my daycare, and the flight attendants are the daycare workers. Because they like load you up, and then they're like, okay, everybody, put on your seatbelts. Please watch this instructional video now. And then they come around and they're like, okay, everybody, it's snack time. Time for your snack. And I'm like, oh, yippee, it's snack time. Please give me my eventually they dim the lights and they're like, "All right, everybody, it's nap time. Please be sure to keep your voices low so you don't disturb everyone else during nap time. Please keep your shades closed." And then when nap time is over, they're like, "Okay, it's breakfast time. We'll be bringing around breakfast for everyone." It's like, "Oh, yippee, breakfast." And then the real kicker is when they're like, "All right, it's time for cookies. We're bringing around cookies, warm cookies and a glass of milk." I don't know, I feel like I'm an actual toddler on these long flights. And like everything is out of my control, right? Like I can't control anything, just like a toddler. I'm just along for the ride. It feels like the flight attendant is trying to keep me entertained and make sure I don't starve to death.